What is up, Mr. Daniels class? We are talking about interrupters today. It is another complex sentence structure brought to you by the brilliant yet balding people of Daniels Incorporated. And I'm not talking about this type of interrupting. No, Kanye, stop interrupting Taylor Swift there. Love the hairdo, by the way. What is all that? Is this a maze right here? I don't understand. Like, do you get from point A to point B, trying to go through all this stuff here? I don't know what that is, but no, interrupters are actually a specific type of complex sentence structure. You know the awubis, you know the closers. I hope you kind of messed up on closers a little bit, but that's okay. We'll keep practicing those. Now we're moving on to something called an interrupter. Let's get started here. So here we have an ordinary sentence. We're looking at this sentence right here. It says, the student ran all the way home. Now, I'll tell you what, that's a perfectly correct, grammatically correct sentence there. There's nothing wrong with it. Capital letters, got the subject predicate, got the period, but I tell you what, it's rather boring. You don't know why that kid ran all the way home. It's ordinary. But you can take this ordinary sentence and spice things up a little bit. You want to spice up your sentences? By adding something called an interrupter to the sentence. And the interrupter is always between two commas. Check out this new sentence. The student, comma, scared out of his mind from the rabid dog, comma, ran all the way home. I'm not sure, but I'm guessing you have a pretty good picture in your head of why that kid is running home. And I'm not saying he's running. I bet you that kid is sprinting, running all the way home away from the rabid dog. So let's go through some examples here of interrupters. I want to go here for this first one here about a red sports car. Reminds me of my old next door neighbor who had a red Corvette. He would always do this on my cul-de-sac. The red sports car, comma, tires squealing and spinning up dirt, comma, shot past me like a bolt of lightning. Ooh, I like the way. You know what I like about this interrupter? You can hear the tires squealing right there. And you can see that dirt being puffed up in the air right there. All right, how about another one here? The trash can, comma, reeking of rotten meat and wilted vegetables, comma, was revolting. That's absolutely disgusting. Hey, new vocab word right there, revolting. No longer, I don't want you to say nasty or gross. Say revolting. Ooh, that's a bigger, larger word there. I like that word. So this trash can is revolting because of all this rotten meat and wilted vegetables inside there, making a stink of that trash can. Hey, how about this next one here? After a long practice, the player, comma, exhausted and drained from running countless sprints, comma, cooled his parched throat with a refreshing glass of water. Oh man, I don't know about you, but man, that takes me back to high school when I would my football coach would run us in sprints, and we would always just ache for that water break when we were all through there. So those are some examples here. The question going through your head, I know you're asking this question, is where is the best place to put an interrupter? I can tell you it is a great question. Thank you, by the way, for asking that question. Actually, I asked the question, but I'll go ahead and start talking about where the best place is. So it's basically right after the subject of a sentence. When you find the subject, great spot right after it, put the interrupter right there. Let's give you another example. How about this one? Mr. Daniels, comma, full of ohana, comma, brought cupcakes to his class. I actually never brought cupcakes to the class. I would never do that. Why would I ever want to put you guys in a sugar high? Seriously? Seriously? Do you think I would do that? Yeah, you can bring your own cupcakes maybe. On a teacher's salary, do you think I'd be able to really afford cupcakes? No. But Mr. Daniels is indeed the subject, so the interrupter came right after. Interrupter being right there, full of ohana. Maybe I will bring cupcakes. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind. I like cupcakes. I hope you do too. So let's do a little practicing here. And for the practice, I have brought in a guest speaker. And guess what? It's not Captain Daniels today. I have brought in a brand new, never heard of guest speaker today. This guest speaker, would you please identify yourself?
Hello? Yeah, my name is Valley Girl, and I'm going to interrupt all your sentences, Mr. Daniels. Hashtag interrupter.
Okay, Valley Girl, that is your name?
Yeah, Valley Girl is my name.
And why do you call yourself Valley Girl?
Well, basically, I talk like a Valley Girl.
So let's go ahead and get started here. The Valley Girl, thank you, by the way, for making an appearance on this.
Oh, no problem.
Okay. You are going to fill in some interrupters here for me, Valley Girl. And by the way, the students cannot use your examples on their papers. They're just examples that are hypothetical. Okay?
Well, why can't they use them?
Well, they wouldn't be learning if you gave them the answer to put in the blank there.
But I really want to help them out.
Well, actually, no, you're not. And if you put the same answers, by the way, students out there listening to this, if you put the same answers as Valley Girl, you will not get a point. So please don't.
Oh, fine, Mr. Daniels. Oh my gosh, hashtag loser.
Okay, yeah, anyways. Let's go ahead and get started here. So the sentence is, the teacher gave an exciting lesson. We're going to have Valley Girl try to interrupt me here on this sentence here and see what she has to say. So I'll go ahead and get started here. The teacher,
using chemicals in a science experiment,
gave an exciting lesson. Hey, that actually wasn't bad there. You know, chemicals, science experiment, I can see how that would be rather exciting.
Well, thank you, Mr. Daniels.
Okay. How about this next one here? My sister is always sarcastic. Valley Girl, let's go ahead and interrupt that sentence with your own interrupter there, okay?
Okay, let's do it.
All right, Valley Girl. So I'm going to go ahead and start, and you're going to interrupt it, and we'll go ahead and we'll do this right now.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, here we go. My sister,
the little loser that she is
always sarcastic. That actually wasn't bad. Like, is your sister a loser, Valley Girl?
I don't have a sister. I just made that up. Hashtag awesome.
Why do you keep saying hashtag?
Because hashtags are like the thing around here, and all the students talk about, they're like totally lit.
Valley Girl, are you allowed to say the word lit?
Oh, yes, I am. I say it all the time.
That is rather savage of you, Valley Girl.
You're not allowed to say the word savage.
Why am I not allowed to say the word savage?
Because you're not totally lit and savage like me.
Okay, well, we're going to go into the third one here. Let's go ahead and talk about a lady behind the counter asked me for my order. Ordinary sentence there. We're going to spice this up with a little interrupter with the help of Valley Girl here. Okay, here we go. The lady behind the counter,
with a big wart on her nose,
asked me for my order. Really? Wart on her nose? Really? Wart on her nose. You couldn't think of anything better than that?
Well, the lady behind the counter that I had at McDonald's the other day, she had a big fat wart on her nose, and it had a hair coming out of it. Oh my gosh, it was gross.
Well, thank you so much for that information. I think we're going to go ahead and move on here. We have some more practice for you on the interrupter here. And what you're going to do for these three sentences is you are going to rewrite them with an interrupter in the sentence. And the first one about Travis Kelce scored a touchdown for the Chiefs. I have no idea how you're going to put a interrupter there. I would think the best spot for that interrupter, just giving you a little hint, would be right there between Kelce and scored. That would be a good one. The snowman melted in the hot sun. I'm thinking the snowman right there, maybe describing that snowman right there a little bit. How about the student looked up at the clock on the wall? Right there, right after student. Good place for an interrupter. I've given you some hints there on good spots there. Valley Girl, do you think you would be able to give us some examples for all three of those?
Well, yes, of course I would be able to, Mr. Daniels. The only problem is I have no idea who Travis Kelce is.
Well, if you had any idea, you watched football, the Kansas City Chiefs have a tight end by the name of Travis Kelce.
What's a tight end?
Oh, Valley Girl, there is no hope for you, but let's go ahead and try to do this one here. So, Travis Kelce,
running 75 yards for a touchdown,
scored a touchdown for the Chiefs. Hey, that actually wasn't bad. You actually knew he ran 75 yards there.
I just guessed on that.
Okay, that's actually lovely there. How about number 2? The snowman melted in the hot sun. Let's go and do this one. The snowman
Drippy and gross.
melted in the hot sun. That's not bad there. I like that. Droopy and gross. Why is the snowman gross, by the way?
It's gross because it's like dripping water all over the ground. It's getting all wet and muddy and gross. And if you step in that, you better be sliding and falling on your rear end.
Okay, moving on to the last one there. The student looked up at the clock on the wall. Let's finish this off here. The student
Anxious to get out of Mr. Daniels' class. Hashtag loser.
looked up at the clock on the wall. Okay, did you just call me a loser? Seriously, that is not right, Valley Girl.
Ha 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 ha. I think you're a loser. I think you're a loser.
Oh dear, my dear. What am I ever gonna do? I really hope I don't have Valley Girl in my class.
What do you want me in class?
I don't really want you ever in my class because you're kind of rude and
That was savage, Mr. Daniels.
savage. I really don't know what savage means. I think that is sometimes my 6th hour is savage, but I really don't know why. But
Yeah, you really need to work on your lingo, Mr. Daniels. All I know is that your 3rd hour class is lit, your 6th hour is savage, and all that stuff there.
yeah, so I'm really gonna stop this video right now. I think you guys have definitely heard enough of Valley Girl.
Bye-bye.
Yes, see you later. She is leaving right now. The door is over there, Valley Girl. Yeah, okay, out the side. There you go. Thank you. Bye. Guys, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for listening to my interrupter video here on YouTube. God bless. Have a wonderful day.